I'm with you. Give me your best shot. Just a scratch. Огонь по готовности!
Meteor strike! Hello there.
I'm on fire. Keep out of my way.
Oh, let's break it!
Огонь по готовности!
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
We all have our jobs.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Let's get you back in the fight. Your support has arrived. I will look.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We have a interesting game going on tonight. It is currently in progress, as you can see. This was kind of like a last-minute cast and recording type deal, but it is happening nonetheless. And we have two Division 3 teams here. One is TG Virus, which is on the right, the red team, and we have on the left the Banshee eSports green. Funny enough, TG Virus this is their first match of the season. They took over for a previous team, which was Helios Imperium, and they inherited their score of, I believe it was I think it was 0-4. And the Banshee eSports not Crimson Green are actually doing the opposite. They are going to be most likely leaving the season after this particular match. So we got two opposite teams in every manner tonight. I'm joined last minute also as well by my what's becoming my very good friend and one of our better casters, Mr. Bite Me.
Hello, I heard Banshee and I was like, well, you're not the OG Banshee, but is there gonna be any Bastion? So I just had to come and check out what's gonna happen.
You are a man of simple needs, and that's just a Bastion. That's it.
It's just the Bastion, maybe a nice little Bamp. We are on here. I do like this map. It is Gardens, so you know, starting out, we're already halfway through the game. I think Team Banshee Green is pulling off right now. They have 99, but they're pulling off to sort of drop this game and to go into the third round. Some minor contention on the point, but it's nothing too big. I mean, the Ana or Reinhardt should just be able to deal with this. Although, okay, seems like we're gonna get a solo shatter onto the Pharah, but King's gonna miss, and then they're gonna try to barrage. But okay, a little bit of a complex fight, as now we do see Billy Bison on the point trying to spin the win where they possibly can, and it seems like TG Virus is actually pulling up right now, able to finish up and able to contest the point, regain it at 0%. So actually, some really nice plays over here. I'm surprised that they were able to do that so so smoothly. Utilizer actually doing a decent stall, although I have to say that was pretty funny watching King's solo shatter into that and just barely miss that far by a nanometer. But it seems like the next push is going to be coming in. We're gonna see Banshee decide to take the left path. Yeah, that's a good idea with the Sombra. I was hoping to maybe pull up something, but we do see the high noon come out. No one in sight though. Ooh, the Ana Philo almost got almost just barely in sight right there. A few ults. Just expect a nano Reinhardt right now. That's what they're gonna do. King's going and swinging around his hammer. We do see the barrage, and a lot of things are happening right now, but honestly, not enough for Virus to actually contest it, and we seems like we are going to go into a little bit of overtime, and that will be Banshee's map. So we are going to be going on to a third map here. So I'm really excited. You know, the main problems I see with these two teams right now is they seem to be having a problem with stallers, and I'm sort of sad that we're not seeing a Lucio right now, because I think a Lucio would be absolutely hilarious on either side. Just on how both these teams are trying to handle it. The Hammond really isn't, well, the Hammond that they popped out for like 5 seconds, it really wasn't working out, not creating enough space with it, but you know, that's to be expected when you just switch to try to stall whatever you possibly can. We are going to be seeing Jonactopus. Just realized that name. Switch on to Jonactopus. Does he have like 8 arms and he has them all on the keyboard, you know, 2 on the mouse. We are going to see Jonactopus switch on to Lucio, random bloke on May. So definitely a stally comp. I'd like to say on the other side, we have more of a really damage heavy, like shield break. We see Reaper and we see Junkrat as well. So shield break coming in, you know, May's CC failed there. She tried to block off a lot of people, but ended up getting King's picked off. I'm happy to see that Banshee they're backing up. They know that they don't want to overstay their welcome, so sort of backing off the gas pedal. Although I do want to see a lot more CC come out of this May. This May's wall are so powerful, but it's gonna get taken down by a fire strike to the head, and that is going to be Virus just collapsing onto Banshee right now. That's such a fun, painful moment. Although that Lucio could have probably have done without dying. What I want to see, what Banshee eSports could possibly do is they could go maybe a more divey comp. The problem that they're having right now is Utilizer or just drop the Reinhardt, because they're going really heavy on trying to destroy the shield. They don't want anything of King to even go in. King's gonna get flanked by Reaper going solo. Reaper just should have played a little bit more aggressive right now. That's what I want to see from Virus. They're playing aggressive, but they're playing a little bit non-aggressive, and the May actually leads to Reinhardt's death as the Shatter comes in, Reaper cleaning up, mopping around everything, and just, you know, ending that fight gracefully, hitting 50%. Something needs to change in the cop of Banshee, and I'm really just not seeing it. Banshee, they're staying on the Reinhardt, probably because they have Shatter, and they're staying on the Mei, although I don't think it's working. I can't contest, I can't say what the Sombra is doing. The Sombra seems to be doing decently well, but we can't tell until she pops her first EMP how well she's playing and how fast she can get it. She tries to hack the Ryan, gets caught, but she almost gets taken down by Junkrat right there as this bomb comes in, gets Reinhardt, allows for the rest of Virus to collapse upon Banshee. That's gonna be the fight done as well. The only thing I only have around 2 more fights to try to retake their 1 more fight to actually try to retake their glory. They have a few ults to go in with. If I were Banshee, I'd be looking at the EMP. It's gonna be huge if they can hit this Ryan, but this Reaper's on the side. He's gonna try to. Reaper's on the side, doesn't teleport in, teleport somewhere else, but they should be looking to EMP Nano. The Ryan should go in, and there it is. The Nano goes off on the Ryan, but the Ryan's. Okay, the Ryan was in a trap right now. Now he's going in. Now damage is going to be dealt. Maxwell, probably the biggest threat to the team, has fallen down. The focus fire is coming in. This is where the Mei comes. Great. You free someone, bring them down, and this. Oh wait. Unless they're gonna have a little bit of trouble with this Lucio, this should be the point of Banshee able to pick it back up to 99%. So really good. They also do have the Blizzard. So that means that when we do see Virus, they're going to try to push in. They can pop Blizzard off on a really good choke point, although there are only 2 or 3 that they could possibly go in. I want to see Banshee play a little bit more aggressive right now, but they're going to opt to play a tad bit more defensive, meaning that they're not going to get that possible ult charge, and they're going to give a little bit more room to breathe for Virus. So Virus is really, really digging this right now. I expect Delta to have ult with this wall down. This gives our so much room. They can just flaunt around, and King's, no one's there to support King. King's on the point alone, gonna get taken out by Reinhardt right now, and then they're gonna go in for it. The double grab seems to be working for Banshee right now, but with the trades that are going in, it's seeming a little bit unlikely. They could pop Blizzard, try to do whatever they possibly can, but with this tire coming in, oh, Main's able to skirt it out, although I think tire could have gone above. It does seem like Banshee is going to be able to defend the point, if not just by a hair, although that should have been winnable for Utilizer had committed to go to the Mei. Although I'm very happy that, you know, we didn't see random bloke pop her ult for that fight. So really nice ult economy coming in from Banshee right now as we now hit 70%. As they are now looking to go into the next fight. We do have 3 ults on the side of Banshee and none, maybe 2 at the very least. Okay, great CC. This is what you want to see from Mei. The wall comes in, half the team gets shut out, and now the collapse comes in. A decent EMP probably not needed for this fight, but it hit a lot of people, connecting with a lot of targets, and this is definitely what you want to be seeing when you're playing on this map. It seems like Banshee is going to be able to do, you know, at least hold on to this for till the 99% point. We do see Max come in with High Noon, although he doesn't really have that much positioning to work with right now. He's not on the high ground where you would normally want to hope to pop that. And he's gonna cop in the Blizzard, trying to pop it out before anything happened. Blizzard is huge, getting absolutely almost all of Virus, allowing for the rest of Banshee to do a nice clean sweep, meaning that Banshee is going to be winning the first match. This is the second.
Victory.
How many points does Banshee have right now? Or how many points are the team on?
It's 2-1, so they won this particular map. Or
Okay,
match,
so
whatever you want to call it.
So Banshee's okay, perfect. We're gonna be seeing this nice far play from Han Yonli. No idea how to say that. This is not Holly. We do see the barrage come in, do a lot of damage. So, you know, a nice defensive ult, I say, but it could have been, you know, gone on the side. Really happy to see that Banshee was able to pull through with that. You know, pulling a 1 point deficit, 99-0, and then being able to pull that 99% and able to win that round is honestly what you want to see when you go into a comp game. Not a comp game at least, but what you want to be watching when you're watching a tournament. So really great plays off from both of them. And just some things I'd like to point out. I really did love the Ana on both sides. although the nades, you know, that they weren't that optimal because they could have done a little bit better with the nades, but they definitely knew their placement. They weren't playing too aggressive as a lot of Anas that you might see normally. They were staying in the back line, you know, relying on their tanks a lot, which is what you really want to see when you're playing an Ana. It seems like we are going to be seeing a little bit of really really nice sportsmanship in the chat, which I just personally love seeing when the teams can, you know, do such a really nice, you know, sportsmanship in chat. And I just got the SR infos from Chaboy Soldier. TG Virus is actually quite a bit ahead on the SR point with 3,073. Banshee Green is 2,700. But to be honest, SR really doesn't matter when you come in for these types of tournaments. What matters is the team play. I have seen straight up platinum teams destroy master teams, and I just, you know, that's impossible. That can't work. But teamwork is definitely the dream work in these types of tournaments. You can't even fathom about, you know, how mediocre some Masters players can be, and how much teamwork can actually sway the sides. But you guys are here watching on Revolution. I know that you guys are proper Overwatch players, and you guys know exactly what's going to be happening. We're waiting on the next map, but I think the next map is going to be, at least I think it needs to be control. No, we already played control. I think it's 2CP that we're going to be seeing next. So I'm ready to. I'm down.
Escort.
Oh, it's escort map, of course.
Duh.
Duh. How could I have been so blind? 2ZP comes after escort. So what do I want to? You know, I'm not too big. I want to see Rialto. I'm not gonna lie.
I love Rialto. That's one of my favorite maps. I think that's the last good map they actually put out. I hope they come out with something again.
Honestly, but you know, there's one sad thing about Rialto. It's the fact that my argument about all of the boats floating above the water was incorrect.
Oh yeah. I forgot all about that.
Blizzard, I thought they had a rule that like cars couldn't touch the ground and they all had to be floating cars. But I thought that would translate to the boats as well, and it seemed like it did for the moving ones at least, but the stationary ones, that got me.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. He was having an argument on air about whether or not the boats were floating, and I forget who the other caster was, but it was a straight up argument, like yelling at each other that the boats, whether the boats were floating or not. And actually, they ended up both being right and wrong, because the boats, I think the ones that are moving around are floating, but the ones that are just sitting there on the sidelines are the ones that are sitting in the water. So
yeah, I think it
was pretty funny. But we're waiting for teams here to pick their maps. It looks like we have the choice of Route 66, Rialto, or Dorado. As we said, I think both of us prefer to see Rialto, but the other ones are just as well too. They're not bad maps by any means. I mean, at least it's not like a Paris map or God knows, I haven't. What was that map that came a long time ago? The space one. God, my brain is fried right now. Say again?
Lunar Colony?
Yeah, that's it. That's also not a terribly good map. I mean, they fixed it, but it's still definitely not one of the greats. But while we're here and we're waiting for maps to be swapped, I'll plug us a little bit. We're Revolution eSports. We currently have another game going on as well. You can hop over to our Revolution Overwatch channel instead of Overwatch Revolution 2. You just take the 2 off and you'll see our other stream, which is Power Naps versus Mass Tranquility. They're also a Division 3 teams. So we're a little community of about 30-ish teams or so. We bring on as many teams as we can, and we have as many divisions as of right now as there are 8 teams each. So if we end up getting like 38 teams, then we'll have 4 divisions. At least that's how we currently work. we try to be a little friendly community with each other, and a place where people can hang out and have fun, and first and foremost, we were supposed to be or meant to be a community where people can improve and learn from each other, um, and secondly, a community where people can be friends. That's what that's where our roots were from, and that's where we want to continue to go. And um, if anybody new is joining us, or anybody old wants a little explanation, we did break off from a previous community. We thought that they were the way it was heading was a little bit more commercialized, and we wanted to get back to our grassroots community type feels. So that's what we're all about. We started this tournament just to give teams a place to really put their improvement to the test. So that's what you guys are seeing here, and that's what you'll see on our other channel as well.
Definitely. Oh, you know what? You remind me that this is probably one of the best places to. It used to be, some other leagues or not leagues, but I forgot the name, but organizations that would work with teams and they would cast their scrims and things like that. But things happen. And I honestly say that Revolutionary Esports is one of the better communities when it comes to helping out both commentators and players try to improve. They allow all walks of life, not just the high ranks, which I see a lot of tournaments only really allow high ranked players. I definitely like commentating, casting, and watching low ranked games. Not just for Overwatch, but I think it's wonderful when you go online and you watch a low ranked tournament on League of Legends, StarCraft, even football. I liked watching when the newbies try to play football, or at least throw the ball around.
Handball.
Handball. I like watching the toddlers stumble over themselves. It's something to do when you're at the park.
Yeah, as you mentioned, we do allow pretty much anything here. We try to be as friendly as possible with everybody's skill levels. We don't care if you guys are brand new, if you're super experienced. We'll allow you guys on stream as long as you guys don't BM too much and aren't too much of an issue. But we just want to be a great community for everybody, and that includes casters, producers, and the teams and all the members, and even people not in the we got a pause. Not
Yep,
in the not on the team. So yeah, we as he mentioned, there's other communities which, like our previous one, we only allowed actually decently experienced casters on air, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's nice. You get really great experience whenever you're watching, but it's hard. It's a double-edged sword. You get good casters and you get good streams, but it's hard to come by really good casters that aren't already taken up. So you miss a ton of games because you have no casters to cast your games. So I mean, our philosophy is, I mean, I would prefer to have the games recorded or streamed and have it casted, even if it's not by an experienced caster. It's a win-win. The caster gets to cast and gets experience, and then as they get more experience, they get better, and we get our game streamed and a potentially better caster in the future.
Revolutionary Esports, the new broadcast.gg. Wait a minute, is that a Bastion?
Ooh, I think it is.
Wait a minute, is that a Symmetra?
Oh man.
Oh.
Bite Me is having an aneurysm right now.
Oh, this is Banshee Green running the Bastion Symmetra, right? Oh my god, they're taking after their mother team. Okay, so it seems like one of the players crashed, and I think that they're just gonna restart the map, right? Nothing really happened yet.
Yeah, I mean that's totally up to them, and nothing obviously happened, so it's not going to be that big of an issue if they wish to do that. We'll see what happens here.
So just taking a look at what they were playing. Oh, seems like they're gonna go back. Did the player? Yeah, so the player rejoined. They are gonna have to wait for their team. So they're just waiting in the train right now, which is putting them at a little bit. They're gonna have like.
Well, it doesn't really matter. He's right there anyways, so.
Yeah, so
Literally
he's gonna
2
be
seconds.
on them. I'm loving how they're playing this right now. I think they know that they're going up against Bastion, so they're taking their time. They're going straight for the head of the Hydra, which is a good and a bad thing. They definitely don't have the shield break to deal with this Bastion. They don't have the damage to deal with it, but they know that it's a problem, and they're trying to take it head on. Well, they're trying to do it in a way that works for their comp. They are also running the Sombra, which I love to see in this type of situation. If they're running a Sombra, that means that they could ramp up EMP by going in the back line, you know, doing so much trash damage to Billy and Meko Q, or we're just gonna call him Q for now. But they're not gonna even need that as they dive in with the Genji. You see that the immortality field doesn't come up in time. They're able to take the Bastion out. And then it's like dominoes. When one falls in, the rest just start falling. And they're going to be able to capitalize on this so hard. Although they might, you know, there we go. Taking down the last few people, cleaning up, mopping after the tournament. Han Yuli has not switched off yet, which is a tiny bit concerning. Normally, when you play Bastion and the hold doesn't really work, it worked for a little bit, but when the hold doesn't really work the first time, you start thinking, is it going to work again? And this is definitely, you know, reminiscent of comp as this Sombra just comes in there and hacks him. Oh my god, this Sombra has balls of steel. Shep walking in the back line, hacking Bastion. They're not going to give up. This is showing how much trouble, you know, this Bastion is going to be in right now. Sombra has EMP. The entire team is looking. They're all clumped together. This EMP is going to be huge. And they're all just going to go down here. EMP comes out. Gets everyone. Genji comes in with the blade. Smacking everyone like they're piano. Looking for them sweet, sweet kills. And there it goes. Great teamwork.
That was nasty.
That was... You see Sombra waiting there. He was like, did Symmetra see me? Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna wait a few more seconds. Great team play, great ultimate usage. Only popping 2 ults for them, so they don't have to worry about it. And they're still not gonna switch off Bastion, so maybe they're hoping to hold off until Tonka time at the very least, or hoping that they can set up for this next push, even though Bastion's gonna go in a little bit too without his team and just get absolutely punished for it. Maybe hoping to switch. No, so they're gonna stay on the Bastion, which is a weird choice. I'm definitely not used to a team committing to Bastion this hard, but we're just gonna see how it really works. Photosynth in the backline, dealing so much damage, and in fact, all she really wants to do is do damage. The faster that Photosynth can get that sweet, sweet EMP, the faster she can get nutty, nasty, rude ults on Banshee, and that is exactly what they need. They might not even need it as this Bastion, as Utilizer? I don't know how to say his name. Utilizer is decimating the backline. They have the Diva, so they should be able to contest the backline, because Photosynthesis also plays extremely aggressive in the face. It's either they're going to stop Utilizer or they're going to stop Photosynth. And it's going to be none of the above, as the Nano Blade comes in, gets 3 kills, actually almost 4. Is he looking for 1 more, but seems like it's gonna. Banshee is having such a hard time defending this. They're definitely getting some picks off, but the snowball, yeah, it just hasn't stopped snowballing. It's a little bit too big. They're trying to get that crit wall up, do whatever they possibly can, but with the Sombra ult, with the extremely high charge EMP, and with Tonka time coming in, it's not looking like they're gonna have a choice. Almost both teams are popping every single one of their ults. They want to do whatever they possibly can to get this point. It's only 0.07 meters left, so there just need to be a tad bit off point in order to C9 this, and seem like Banshee is going to be able to contest this. But with the rest of Virus slowly creeping in like a centipede that you tried cutting in half, but oh god, it keeps on walking. Do something about it. Utilizer is the other half coming in here and destroying the lane. This 0.07 meters to Team Virus is looking like a mile. But give them an inch, and they're going to take it all as they go all the way with the first push.
This point brought to you by Utilizer.
To 3.
Honestly, such great plays. You can see that they definitely gave Banshee a run for their money. They were wondering what to do the entire time. I think the answer would have been to switch off onto a counter dive. Would have been absolutely perfect for Banshee. We've seen both Banshees, well, the Banshee eSports run dive, and I think it works relatively well. So I think that, you know, this Banshee could also run dive, although I might be mistaken in thinking that because they are different teams.
Well,
But I
see,
do.
oops, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you can go.
I was gonna give a little update on the other match going on here. So we got Mass Tranquility versus Power Naps happening on our other channel, the Revolution Overwatch channel. Just take the 2 off if you want to switch from here to there. Bring up both streams if you wish. Mass Tranquility is currently holding at 0, and Power Naps is at 2. I'll see if I can get some more information on what maps were played and what the scores of those particular map sets were. But that's where we're at right now. We're currently on Hanamura. Looks like Power Naps already had their chance to go, and they completed the entire map, and now we're waiting for Mass Tranquility to get the first point with 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
So it seems like we're going to see Virus run their own Bastion here. And I'm loving seeing this. They have the Orisa, but instead of the Diva, they're running a Roadhog. So they have that Halt Hook right now. And it's a little bit too sexy for the team. They're also running Mei, which I absolutely love. It's more for CC damage, but when I see a Mei, I have to call him out. You have to see how well they're going to do. We do see Random Bloke on the Sombra. She's going to go straight up in the back line. Play like the other Sombra a little bit, try to do as much damage as she possibly can right now, although she's being a little bit hesitant. She just wants to hack the Bastion, because hacking the Bastion can give her team so much support, but she's going to actually hit the Orisa instead, meaning that it's going to be somewhat of a failed push, but great nade, and then great response by BAP. That nade comes in, entire team's anti-immortality field comes in. They don't want to waste a single second. It seems like they're going to be having a little bit of a hard time holding up on this first point. Orisa does fall down, only to get res though. Like I said, I don't really think that. I'm gonna say it. I think both teams are having a little bit of a hard time running Bastion, because when you run Bastion, you normally have to commit everything to Bastion. You can't use the Mei. Everything needs to be directed towards supporting this Bastion. You want to put all your eggs in one basket. So when you don't, it's like, oh, why would I? It's like putting $2 into the stock market, well, not the stock market, the short. It's like putting $2 into Robinhood. I think that's the right analogy.
The Robinhood app.
Yeah. Is that what it's called? Is it called like eggs? I don't know.
This rotation's a little messy right now. They've got quite a good push, couple meters out of that without and they're still kind of a mess right now. Like they're all over the place from TG Virus, but I mean, it looks like they're gonna hold this off somehow.
Yeah, definitely. I liked seeing the Tonka time coming from Bastion, but his team didn't really come in to support him right there. You saw the Bastion hop down off high ground, which I think was a great idea for Tonka. Actually, not an iffy idea. He could stand in front of the sign to maybe do a little bit more damage, but I could see he was going for a reach on some of the enemies that were inside the cafe. But you didn't see the rest of his team sort of staying on point, even though I think there was no one from Banshee who was on point at the moment. So it was a little bit of a hard time right there to try to do whatever they possibly could. Let's see, here we see the next one. This rotation looks a little bit better on the side of Virus right now. We do see ult get popped. Blizzard as well. I think this Harmony this Tranquility is not going to last too long, Zenyatta. Sorry, as it seems like they're just going to be mowing down. 1 minute left, so it's looking a little bit grim on the side of Banshee. Now keep in mind, they do have 4 ults coming in. Random Bloke is going to be looking to get the sweet 6-man, because look how clumped up they are right now. They're asking to all get ulted right now. We might see a Hold come in, but just watch Random Bloke. He's going to come in, and we should expect the bomb from Miko as well. So here we go. We do see Random Bloke. He's waiting. He's looking. He's hoping to catch the Orisa maybe as well, but seems like she got caught by Roadhog, and you don't want that big boy hooking you in and shooting his load all over your and shooting you right in the face. You don't want that.
PG-13.
You don't want that boy coming in and just ripping apart your whole old team structure right there. That's what I'm with this. We do see the Mei cut off the enemy team, but the CC really isn't there. Mainly hoping. So here we go. You see Tonka Time come out again. There's a huge spread out of teammates on the side of Virus. They're not really clubbed together. They're sort of working as independents, but it seems to be working out, quite well for them. Hen really trying to deal some damage, but she's gonna get straight pushed back by the whole hog, bringing in some ground beef into the situation. Although with only 2 tanks left and a lot of damage coming in from the side of Banshee, it seems like they're going to be able to take it. Although this hole is, maybe it was the bongos, maybe it was, hiding behind that sweet shield of his, but it just doesn't seem like Banshee's going to be able to take it. They are running Hammond, so they might have plans to try to spin the win contest, but they're not looking to contest. They're looking to sort of take. And my normal mantra of 2 kills for attack is, 1 kill for attack is 2 kills for defense. Doesn't really stand here. The defense spawn is so far away that trading is actually extremely useful for them right now. As we do see all of Virus, they're grouped up here. So they were able to stall long enough for the entire team to come up there, and that means that they have a huge advantage right now, especially with the fact that Hammond, the one who can create space for the entire match, is the one who's down. They also have Blizzard coming in right now, so huge CC events Banshee might be forced to C9. They're going to touch it by the chin of their little chin. Random Bloke is going to be getting the second EMP of this fight. So this fight has been going on for enough for Random Bloke to get a second, maybe even third EMP out of this. Huge amounts of damage coming off. Actually, not a huge amount of damage. Like we see a medium amount of damage coming off from both sides. The immortality fields are sticking. Their placement is well, but these teams just aren't focusing fire people who should possibly happen. And there we see it. I think that was a C9.
It was a letter number for sure.
Yeah, that actually was the map. So Route 66 goes to Virus in an impeccable display of an amazing offense and actually a pretty good defense as well, no matter how scattered out they were. I definitely did like their offense a lot more, though. It seemed like they were a little bit more coherent in what their plans for that map were. Yeah,
this was a very interesting map. I mean, both teams seem to be fairly even. I mean, the first map, Lijiang, Banshee went 2-1 against them, and now TG Virus 3-0'd Banshee eSports. So maybe each has their own particular map or a map set that they like, or maybe they've practiced these particular maps with a particular comp. I don't know, but it's entertaining to watch. That's for sure. Especially whenever you get scrappy fights like that last one where it goes on for like 3 minutes, and God knows who's gonna win that one. But in the end, it was looked like it was a C9 from Banshee eSports that finally closed out the map.
Yeah, it took a long time. I definitely, not the biggest fan of fights that just last on forever, because that's usually why the unnamed comp can do so well, because these stupid fights just last on for 27,000. We have a lot of spectators. Ooh. Yeah, these unnamed comps just last for so long. Seems like we're also going to have a little bit of a break. So what's happening in, OG Revolution Esports?
Let's see. I think PowerNaps just won Hanamura, so that means that PowerNaps now is at holding a 3-0 lead, which means they won this entire series. They're just now playing their 4th map, which is now Kings Row, which is a big surprise there. Woo! And even more surprising, there's some goats going on. Who would have saw that? So they'll be playing their fourth map here to see if Mass Tranquility could at least get one map win. We here at Revolution we subscribe to the Overwatch League scoring, which you go by a map win percentage, and tiebreakers I think are I think uh, match overall match wins I believe is, or map losses possibly. I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's Overwatch League style scoring. So everybody can, if you want to check it out, join our Discord. I'll post a link here, and we have a channel called Season One Documents. You can go in and check out all the teams and what their current placements are, and um, what schedules are coming up for which games, and just be part of the community and say hi to everybody.
Why is Hanjo saying he's hungry? Does he want some? Is he hungry to be fed? The game? What's he playing? Well, what was Hanjo? I think he was playing support, possibly. Well, if he was playing Hog, he would have been fed that sweet, sweet ultimate. I'm gonna talk about how Hogs play, because there's nothing really to talk about right now. So, when you play Hog, it's so weird, because you sort of want to feed the enemy team. You just want to give them you want to get damaged extra hard so you get that sweet, sweet ultimate.
We're choosing map now. We had a little bit of a break for Mr. Postman to go AFK for a second. All teams here are allowed to do that. There's I think it's 5 minutes per map, and then between maps to pause. So we have the next map set coming up is going to be a Assault, which is either Hanamura, Volskaya Industries, or Temple of Anubis. Oddly enough, of all those, my personal preference to play on is Temple of Anubis, which is, I don't think, a very popular opinion.
Yeah, that's sacrilege. That opinion.
Yeah, right? On my previous team that I was on, the Cardinal team, for whatever reason, we were really good at 2CP, and for whatever reason, Temple of Anubis was our number one go-to map. So I always have love for that map. Might be unfortunate, but it's unfortunately one of my favorites. But Hanamura and Volskaya are both very good maps as well. I think Hanamura might be the favorite of the three, at least with the Overwatch community in general.
Yeah, well, I like Volskaya Industries. Volskaya is like actually a really nice map, at least for Sombra it is. I remember that. I think that's where Sombra really came in the meta, when a few months after her release at least, because Volskaya Industry had those really nicely placed health packs that really aided, when Sombra could buy ult off of hacking the health pack, which was a little bit nutty. Like, you think Sombra gets ult fast now? Back when she could farm ult off of back when she could farm ult off of those sweet health packs, Temple of Anubis was insane. Teams would just go tank after, like, double tank, like Roadhog, Reinhardt, soak up as much damage as possible, have Sombra hack the health pack on the left side, and Sombra could have 2 to 3 ults per fight. It was bonkers. It was insane, and they're like, maybe we should nerf this, guys. I think this is a little too good.
Yeah, I think I was here for a little bit for whenever Sombra was released. I did play her for a hot second. She was definitely fun to play back then. I mean, she's still pretty awesome to play, but I was a Reinhardt main myself, so I was not. I'm not a hit scan, and I have a big hammer that I like to swing around. You don't have to worry about clicking on heads. You just kind of swing in a general direction, and you're good to go.
Honestly, I just love. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of Reinhardt mains just push down, hold down right, left click at least, push down W. And like I've said many times on stream, and I'll live by these words, you should just unbind S. S is sacrilege. If you even dare touch Reinhardt and you haven't unbound your S key, you're doing something incorrect.
Yeah, for sure. Half the battle with Reinhardt is definitely just aggression. You most of the time you want to either be holding a position or going forward. Going backward it should be very few and far between, unless you are unless you lost a fight, then you want to start backing out. But especially at lower levels, I mean, like, just press W. I mean, it's all really needs to be done. As long as you have a healer that backs you up and some semi-decent DPS, and even at like maybe our Division 3 or lower levels like Plats and Gold and Silver, as long as you have somebody that's like, hey, let's all shoot one person, it's almost a guaranteed win. I mean, there's not a whole lot that you need to do beyond that. Once you start getting up into like Diamond and maybe even High Plat and Master range, it gets a little bit harder than just, oh, let's just all one focus, one target. But these lower divisions, that's all it really needs to be done.
It starts becoming, hey guys, I think we should focus down the Widow who's aimbotting right now, just sort of melting our entire team. It's a different meta in Diamond, to say the least, although it's not actually too different from the other metas I've seen. It seems to revolve around the mechanical skill between, I will confidently say that the mechanical skill between a bronze player or a gold player and a diamond player is not really anything, as the team play is what's extremely different. And then even then, you go into a Grandmaster's game, and it's like, what happened to team play of the game, guys? What happened? But enough about talking about the games. Let's talk about this sick Genji kill off on the photosynth. Trying to get in my backline? No. Get out of here. This is my backline. Protecting it. The Genji staying back, doing a little bit more defense and offense right now. He's allowing his Pharah to be the one who farms ult, who's dealing these massive amounts of damage right now, and getting as much as 40% ult already. Humongous, as well as Jonoctopus coming in with 60% on the Shatter already. So really fast ults are going to be seeing out of this game. We're also seeing Delta coming really close to having almost 2 nanos per fight. Great displays on Genji. Genji's in the back lane dealing as much damage as possibly can. The idea is to have random bloke shoot down missiles, you know, distract the enemy team, get them to bring the Reinhardt away, block forward shots, or to actually get behind the Reinhardt. And then what they want then is they want Han to go up like he's doing right now. You see that they're double teaming everyone. You see Pharah does damage, Genji does damage. You know, 2 can't really be 1. They can focus fire people extremely easy, as he does have Nano Blade, trying to find some Pinyaza hit, but doesn't really connect with anyone. Able to almost pick the Ana, but has to just barely pack out of there. You know, send himself packing right now, as we do see Virus get the first point in a decent amount of time. 2 minutes is actually pretty good, though it was one long fight. This next push will be coming up. I'm definitely a fan of both teams. They have ults. We do see Random Bloke. He has his barrage. Look how he's flying high in the air. He's looking for it. He knows that they're going to be coming up on the elevator right now, so he's moving them a little bit off. I would think he'd move them on to get himself some more position to work with his barrage, but waiting for them to all be clumped up. You can tell this man is looking. He's either going to work with the grab because they don't have Genji Blade right now, or he's going to try to catch them off guard, as we do see McCree create as much space as he possibly can for his team. They can get 2 picks off like that, and that could be exactly what they need to snowball, with Jonoctopus falling extraordinarily low, falling down to the enemy. Reinhardt, they're now collapsing on the point. Random Bloke needs to pop his barrage sooner rather than later if he wants to hope to have anything, but the Mercy's not fast enough. Tried the res, but things are not looking out. Banshee is having a hard time recuperating. They're having a hard time getting back on their foot right now, as the grab comes in to try to do all that sweet CC damage. We come in at 99.9%. I think that's the only time I've ever seen that right now. And they're gonna, of course, they're gonna continue testing, as barely. I think the Mercy would have gotten in a few more seconds if they were allowed. Virus will be getting the first, actually 2 points in that. It was actually really nice to see. I think that's the first time I've ever seen 2CP go 99.9. It's a little bit insane. But now we have Banshee on attack and Virus on defense, and I'm intrigued to say the least about what they're going to play. I definitely was a fan of Photosynth on Sombra. You know, a few things to improve there, but a solid Sombra nonetheless. I want to see Gen Octopus play a little bit more aggressive, or actually a little bit more with his team. I think it might be a thing. You know, he doesn't play super aggressive, so his team doesn't exactly go in super aggressive. There are points where you can hold the enemy team almost at spawn or almost at points, and I definitely saw him playing a little bit more on the side of, you know, backing up, trying to. You could see he wanted to give his team space, but by backing up, uh, you know, regularly actually remove a lot of the space that you think you're gaining. You think you're gaining that you're gaining yourself more backline, but you're actually losing a lot more space than you're gaining from doing that. And we are going to be seeing Virus be running over Sahag, so look out for those halt hooks. Photosynth again on May, looking to create that CC. Photosynth needs to be a little bit less trigger happy on the walls. She needs to wait and like take a breath and then hit it, because she's popping up the walls so no one can get through. At least one, you want at best you want all three people. You want to cut. You want a 3-3 split. But a 1-2 also works as Hanju. They've been taking out Mei, so no more CC for you. Hoping to hit the hook onto the Hanzo, but nothing is connecting for them. John Octopus falling down, playing a little bit too up there. You know, not watching out, not keeping a head out for Utilizer right there, trying to just create as much stun as he possibly can. Both teams playing a little bit scattered right now. I don't really see any focus fire coming right now, but great play right there, putting in the immortality field, protecting your team when they're anti, and honestly about to get killed up by that Genji guys. Virus able to hold the point steadily as we do see Mei finally return back for the fight. Great clean thing. I don't want to see Photo. I definitely don't want to see Photo get taken down again, but honestly, great shot by Hanju. I would not have expected to see that type of shot right now, but we are seeing him, and he has great, impeccable aim right now. As we do see the next push, I want Photosynth to get a really nice CC. I want her to show that she can do really good on CC. We see they'll come out, doesn't connect with anyone. Right now would be perfectly the CC. Both the enemy team, instead Ops going for the freeze, able to get John Octopus out right now. Great discipline on that freeze right now, as Photosynth is going to be mopping up the enemy team, and you're going to be seeing Hanzo fall down as well with a really clean hook.
That was actually a pretty good job on the Hanzo there. Hanjo only. He picked what, 2 people, and if he had at least another 2 teammates with him, I can only imagine they would have won that point. But unfortunately, he was kind of just solo, and versus a hog, you're not gonna win.
I don't think you can really solo hog anyone. Maybe as like a
hog v hog.
A Lucio. Yeah, on hog and a Lucio fear next to a pit. But oh god, make shivers from Hook 1.0. He would boop that.
Man,
hog.
I miss Hook 1.0.
It needs to come. They need to make a game mode where it at least comes back. We do see Nanoblade come out, but hold on a minute, gonna get tripped denied by not only the Bongo, but the Tranquility as well comes in. They try to pop whatever they possibly can, but the Immortality field is doing so much damage. They're relying on so many ults right now. They're investing in this opportunity, but honestly, this investment might come up a little bit dry as a Photosynth right now playing a little bit solo, hoping to go for the Rhine, and the Zarya actually able to commit really well, distracting those 2 enemy tanks so his team can go into the back line and deal a lot of damage, which actually worked out perfectly, although I would have preferred if Photosynth had stayed with their team for that moment right there. But hitting 1 more minute, there aren't too many fights left in this game. You know, if I was Banshee right now, I'd be looking out to change something, maybe support Hanjo only a tad bit more, because he's playing extraordinarily well. Great sonar arrow. We definitely watched who's gonna be on that point. They crit wall. They're hoping to stop this push in its tracks right now. But you know, Billy knows a little bit better. He's gonna be saying, "Oh, whoa!" Caught a little bit off guard. Ending at the Roadhog, Woody playing that aggressive as the wall comes out, stopping all team. Oh, we do see a humongous dragon right now. picking off two of, I would feel, the main pillars of Virus right now. They're gonna have a little bit of a hard time defending this, as we do see Banshee able to gain a foothold. Now, if they're going to be able to take advantage of this foothold, that is the question. This could totally be stomped out by Govan right now, but it's not. He's not going to be able to solo 5 people, meaning that Banshee is going to have another chance to try to push this to the second point. They're going to try to snowball this, sending 2 players down to play extremely aggressive, which I love seeing when teams play aggressive. They play hard. I love seeing it. 3 minutes, so no matter what, they're going to be at a slight disadvantage, even if they do get the point. Although, looking at Banshee and looking at how Hanjoli's playing, and his team's way more warmed up than they were at the beginning of this map, they hopefully are going to be able to pull off this push. Fildo does have Nano, so they are working with something. I would expect that Nano to go on the Ryan. We do see Scar down. This would be the perfect time to Nano on your Ryan. But the Ana's out of position. She's not ready to give anything to anyone right now. Even though the Zenny is down, even though the Dragons are coming out, this Ryan, this Ana, were not in the correct positions to do anything, which could possibly stick a huge foot into this push as both the tanks fall down. And that's going to be the push in the grade. That was gearing up to such a wonderful push. We saw Hanjoli. He got the pick off on the Zenny. And I was expecting to see that Nano go off on the Rhine, but we saw Ana sort of got left behind, went down the elevator, wasn't looking at her Rhine, so she couldn't pop it down in time, and you hate to see it, but that push was just a tad bit botched. They have, I think, 3 pushes, at least 3 pushes left in this fight. Ugh. So definitely expect, Random Bloke has Blade, so expect to see a Nano Blade at the very least. Bison is going to be falling down. The tanks, Hanjoli, probably what I would say the most important parts of this team. The pillars are sort of falling down. They're having a really hard time. I'm loving watch every single time that you see Random Bloke pop his ult. You see Scar respond almost immediately, if not wait a few seconds to ensure that this Genji are, because we see Random Bloke, he pops from afar, and then he dashes in, which is not what you normally want to see. I actually don't know if he pops and then dashes, but he's coming in from afar, meaning that he gives Zenny a little bit more time to react, which is not what you want. You want to dash up, pop ult, and then dash straight back down. Hope that the Ana hits that Nano in time and steal as much damage as he possibly can. The enemy team are your pinatas in that case, but right now, with 1 minute left and Photosynth hitting a really nice wall out at the beginning of this fight, it's looking like it's going to be a little bit rough if Banshee wants to try to take this point. Photosynth has an amazing CC. We're hitting 30 seconds. If they want to possibly get a second push in right now, which are not going to get in, they should have gone in a tad bit earlier, but they're going to have an extremely hard time. The minute that Photo sees this push, she's going to pop Blizzard, and as soon as Blizzard comes down, it's going to be a lot harder to push this point. And as Jonah, Billy fall down, and soon to be Random Bloke, he's able to hold his own with Utilizer, so nothing too much out of the ordinary right there. It's seeming like it's going to be a little bit hard to push Photosynth. It's going to be popped off, so there's no more CC. But with Billy and Philo, is what I'm going to call her, Fildo, they're going to be able to hold on, pop this point, and possibly, there we go. So
TG Virus is really they're holding the hell out of this. Like the second push, they had a Nano Blade come through and it literally did nothing. They had a Hanzo on the last one do his dragons right into their faces as they were grabbed, and none of them died, and they only just started dying a little bit towards the end of this match, or the end of this map, but they still held it out. That was an excellent hold on TG Virus's part.
It's definitely because of the great plays from Scar and Delta. Whenever the grab comes in, Delta has the immortality field come up. Or whenever the Genji pops Blade and gets nanoed, we see Scar. He's already hitting that Q button to save his team from that inevitable Blade, which I just absolutely love seeing. I love seeing when supports are able to support their team and work to their fullest. And Honestly, I could not hope for anything more from these two teams. They're playing absolutely phenomenal. TG Virus is absolutely on a roto stomp right now. So I'm gonna be honest. On the first point, I was sort of expecting Govan to be able to hold his own against the three teams, but they were able. Banshee, just because I didn't think that they would have enough damage. I don't think they had a tank. I think it was two supports and maybe someone else. I don't remember who, but yeah, I just thought they were gonna have enough. And Kovan was gonna be able to just heal himself up for the time being, but they were able to take him out as we now are looking towards hybrid. And gonna put my mind down right now. It's gonna be Kings Row. It's gonna be Kings Row. Come on, John Octopus. I know you want to pick Kings Row. Kings Row. Just say it already. I know that we're not gonna be getting Ike involved, and I know we're not gonna be getting Blizzard World.
Well, and I want to hit up what's going on in chat, at least the one thing that happened in chat. So Miko and Jajonak are actually of the feminine variety. So I guess maybe we were calling them he's or hims throughout the match. It's our apologies. We here at Revolution we need to get a little more information from our teams, which we may be doing either mid-season or at least we'll start doing before the tournament, so we can get these not only the pronunciations right but the gender right as well. So our apologies. We will do our best to fix our mistake.
Definitely. Ooh. Yeah. So I think Joan Octopus we say is a girl.
Yep, Joan Octopus and Miko.
Let's be honest. She's gonna pick Kings Row. Have you ever seen a team like other than yesterday? Have you ever seen a team not pick Kings Row?
No. It was. I think every map has been Kings Row. Actually, you know what I would like to see is Blizzard World. As much as I like Icon Wild, and Icon Wild is one of my favorite maps as Ryan, and Kings Row is obviously the favorite. I want to see some kind of variety, and that would be Blizzard World.
Yeah. Oh, is someone getting a little bit crashing right now? It's no bueno. I'm surprised we're not seeing any subs out right now. I've been a little bit too accustomed to like every single map they'd sub someone out, but in the new guy or do something. But I'm pleasantly surprised to see that there are going to be no subs today. I love seeing when the full teams can just work to their honest and full potential. Love seeing that. Oh, there it is. Kings Row. She picked it.
Boo. Yes. Boo. Basic.
Honestly, get out of here. I might as well just be working at Starbucks right now.
Starbucks,
now I can like
nasty
mispronounce their
coffee.
names on purpose. I'm like the Starbucks barista who just misspells all the names. I just mispronounce it. Here we have JJ Anka Topaz.
Biley Bison, I think.
No, I think it's French. Bison.
No, Bison.
I think we do have, on the Pachimari popping off, we see Mike, Nook. Let's see, who else do we have right here?
We got Fleedo.
Fleedo. Here we go. We have Vincent Van Gogh over here.
How would we pronounce Scar wrong? Scare maybe? I guess.
I think we just pronounce it with one A. It's Scar, but with one A and one R. We pronounce it correct. Oh, here we have Alpha 30 right now.
We already messed up Utilizer anyway, so we don't have to worry about that one.
Honestly. Oh, here we go. We have Alpha 30 over here. I just love seeing, people who make their name the military alphabet.
Alpha 30?
Alpha 30, yeah.
Oh, Delta 40. Now that's just getting a little extreme. And why 30? Why not like 42 or 45 or 40.1?
I'm sorry, Alpha 99. Echo, Zimbabwe. Wait, no. Zulu 99.
And we got Dia Deli Chitin as the caster here tonight.
Deli Kite is gonna be popping in for the cast tonight.
You know, that would be really hard to do an entire cast consistently calling people by pronouncing their names wrong. That'd be kind of cool though.
I don't think you saw my first time trying to cast Shoutcast Overwatch League. It's like here we have Yannick gonna be playing Zenny tonight.
Well, it looks like the PowerNap versus Mass Tranquility match is over. It's looks like PowerNap's pulled off a 3-0 win, which means their last map, Kings Row, was a draw. Oddly enough.
Ooh, wow!
Don't see that too often.
Kings Row was a draw. Okay,
yeah.
Full hold on both sides. I like it.
Yeah, it looks like
a draw here.
Actually, it looks like it was a. It says on here it says it was a 3-3. So, yeah, that must have been an interesting match.
A game with only draws in it. I need it. Oh, do we have a? We have a Widow on defense. I don't really see this too often because double sniper on defense doesn't really work out that well. I can understand the Hanzo, but Widow, what you want to do with Widow is you want to deny a lot of line of sight that you can have with the enemy team. So you want to just like stop them from going in certain places. Like if you want to stop them going down a choke, you just place a Widow down there, and if your Widow's good enough, it should stop them. But you don't really see it on defense because it doesn't really work out too well, as we do see Virus. They're going and playing extraordinarily aggressive. Random Look is able to get a pick off on a photo. Some sick flicks we're seeing over here. We're seeing Virus, they're trying to get one tick. Maybe they might be able to scratch the surface with a few more, but with the aggressiveness of Utilizer right now, I think that we're going to be seeing the whole point get taken off right now. No W's being clicked, all S's, as it seems like Banshee is playing extremely passively, only now deciding to play aggressively, and this is the point where it's no return. We're seeing exactly what you want to see in this type of situation. Playing extraordinarily aggressive. They played
all W, no S's.
All W, no S's, as it should be on the side of Viruses. Playing extraordinarily. Oh, they didn't. Oh, they're not going where I thought they were. Oh. Anyway, a little bit of a misplay on the side of Banshee. You don't want to play that passive and then try to go really aggressive last second. You want to sort of wait for your team to regroup and then you can play aggressive, but like, you can't be in the fight and not at the same time. It's not really going to work out for you, as we do see this next fight sort of culminate on this choke. And as we see, not everyone is really here. We do see McCree. He's behind his Reinhardt, but he's sort of not in the right area. We do see the Shatter comes down. They're able to get 2 picks off here, I feel, on Utilizer, the main carry DPS on the side of, Virus, as they are going to be able to finally get some breathing room right now. They're going to be able to fully push back almost all of Virus right now, and they're going to be playing extremely aggressive while they're doing it. So they're going to be able to...
that McCree swap was a really good one. That was a good job. I mean, to shut down the, or at least help with the Genji and shut down the Sombra. That's why he was holding off in the back line. He was killing that Sombra. So we'll see if this if Sombra will get pissed off and swap, or if she's just gonna plow through and get the CMP here.
Yeah, huge grab. They're going in for the Nano Blade right now, hoping to do whatever they possibly can. Utilizer gonna be swinging out his bat like it's a straight up pinata. We are gonna be seeing Mercy try to head and Stabnik out of this, but to no avail. Sort of a wasted. Although I wouldn't say that you should head and Stabnik into a Nano Blade, because you can't heal through raw damage output. It's just a little bit too difficult. So Banshee right now, they have this decision: are they going to try to contest, or are they going to leave it right now? And this is now or never. With Delta down, I would certainly admit that they would try to contest, but a little bit too late right now, as they are able to get to the second point right now. They're going to be playing extremely aggressive. Hanuli able to take out Photosynth. playing great in the back line, Trip denying that Sombra, which is definitely what you want to be doing in the situation. But Virus is able to get more of a footing right now, even without their Sombra. They're still pressing down. They're still playing extremely aggressive. They know that they can play these fights, and they're gonna try it with the Reinhardt falling down next. A little bit of a risky charge, I will admit, but it seems like this is gonna be a working push for Virus right now. Is they're gonna be just rolling with it. They're not even gonna try to stop. We do see these switches, so we do see a D.Va on the side. John Octopus is gonna drop to a D.Va. We do see the Nano Reinhardt shatter, gets slept, but then gets woken up again. Billy is really happy right now that he was able to get waken up right now, but it seems like that's going to be the push right now. They're gonna retreat, but with 3 minutes on the clock, 3:30 on the clock, it's really looking like it's gonna be a rough time for Banshee right now. Photo though, falling down immediately. I think you're right, Soldier. I think this the Sombra might get a little bit too pissed off at this, at Hanjo only, you know, not admitting he's not living to his name, but he's definitely living to an aggressive playstyle, which I do like seeing. He's taking out. Watch Photo say this. Actually, watch this grab right now as the blade comes in. Oh, Hanjo only uses the ult, takes out Genji. Unexpected play right there. Strip saving his entire team right there, allowing them to have another input on this fight. But are they going to be able to take this foothold that Hanjo only has given them? And it seems like they are. They're going to be raising him up, hoping to get that damage DPS carry back up into the frill up things, but it seems like it's going to be a little bit of a pull and push battle with both Ryans being antied right now. Photo says falling down again. If I were Sombra, I'd be so angry. I'd pop my EMP and just switch out at this point. As we do see them get pushed back, Virus is going to be having a hard time on this push. And that's because Hanjo only and Random Bloke are doing such good jobs denying so much space right now.
Man, if you notice the Mr. Postman, whenever Mercy was doing that res, he had an excellent opportunity to not only did it looked like I think he missed his fire strike, but if he went in that doorway a little bit further when he did his charge, he could have had a 3K there easily. And unfortunately, he kind of like charged into the doorway, like into the wall, so it was all for naught, unfortunately. But that would have been really cool.
Oh my God, Random Blood paying out Utilizer as well, and Postman trying to redeem himself after that missed 3K opportunity, getting up the D.Va. He's looking for a few more kills right now, but Random Bloke is going to be decimating the enemy team. Photo said this is able to get his revenge, but Random Bloke's like, no. Your revenge means nothing. Back to the grave with you. One of these hits again is going to kill you one way or another. If I were Random Bloke, I'd look for an EMP. I'd invis, maybe solo EMP the Ryan just to give my team a somewhat of an advantage right then and there, but you know, nothing too big right now, as we do see almost a bunch of ults get popped out. Jonak takes out Scar right now. We see culminate in this part right now. Finally, a good EMP hitting up both the supports, but Hanjo is going to be able to protect his Ana, and that's what matters. To be protecting your supports is what you want to be doing, although I would like if you were to play a little bit more aggressive. I definitely can understand why he's letting the tanks take up this front line. As Utilizer doesn't have to worry about these DPS getting all up in his face, he's going to be able to push it all the way down to the car, allowing them to have a 3 push on round 1 with, I think, 2 minutes left? Maybe a minute 30. 30 seconds. I was wrong.
2 minutes, 12, 300 seconds. I mean, it's all the same.
Honestly. Can't ask for anything more. Can't ask for anything less.
Well, yeah, I'm excited to see what Banshee will bring out here on offense. With Hanjo doing such a great job on McCree, but unfortunately he wasn't able to completely solo the entire team by himself. But he was certainly doing putting a big dent in their pushes. That's for sure. I want to see what he comes out with on offense.
And
maybe a Hanjo.
Yeah, maybe a Hanjo. And I also want to see Random Bloke on Widow, because she was playing Widow on defense, and doing a really good job of it, and I want to see what she's going to be doing on the side of attack because Widow is 2,000% better on attack on this map.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And we got a question in chat. I answered it in text, but I'll do it in voice as well. So we have 3 divisions here, and they go. The first division is the highest SR. Number 2 is the middle SR, and number 3 is the lowest of SRs. The lowest SRs we have right now are, I think, is High Gold is the lowest SR team we have, which I think the highest in Division 3 is just into Diamond.
Oh, okay, so I was sort of expecting a silver team. I wanted to cast a silver team, but I guess that'll never happen now. My dreams are shattered. Thank you. Oh, almost a really big hog hook right now. Almost really big halt hook right there on the Mercy. That would have been absolutely huge. Photosynth playing an extremely well-placed Mei. You know, where I personally like to set up is right where Photo is, playing to her fullest right now, blocking off the team. Now this is, I think Photo's going to have a lot easier time doing CC on this map, at the very least, which is going to lead to a lot more staggered fights, and it's going to really show you how powerful Mei can be on a really nice choke point map, as they're looking to go in, but they're a little bit... Oh, they almost got that really nice halt hook, but the fence just stopped it. A little bit of a misplaced Mei wall right there, funneling the team at least just a tad bit. They're going to be pulling back a little bit, hoping to do some of this damage. Oh, Hanjo! Oh my gosh! You know, these halt hooks coming out from Postman and Govan are honestly really good, rivaling some of the tier 2 and tier 1 players. I'm definitely loving the fact right now, but the CC is a little bit lacking. I would like a little bit more, but honestly, with that halt hook, yeah, I honestly couldn't ask for anything more from these two teams, as we do see. Ooh, the Mei wall hits, like you can definitely see when it comes in, but it's just not really in the right position. These fights are culminating on the pattern that that Virus is standing in a really nice position, or a decent position at the very least. Not a position that's normally you would see teams hold a little bit further back. But then we also see Banshee, they try to push in. There's almost always a failed halt hook that connects, but just not enough. They go in, Ryan's shield gets destroyed, and then the rest culminate. Photosynth gets a freeze off, able to do something. Like right now, we see the rest of the team's not playing with the Ryan. Oh, even though the huge counter comes in. Oh, but he predicted it, and he gave the best immortality feel I think I've seen this entire match. Honestly, what a great thing. That could have been so much worse for Team Virus right now. They could have been on the ground begging to not be killed, but they were saved by the immortality field, only to be struck down by this amazing Genji blade. If they don't have the Zenny, they're gonna have so much hard time, much more difficult time trying to live as Govan. He's trying to get as much as he possibly can, and he might have been there for just barely. He was able to help me 30 more seconds, but you know, enough is enough when it comes to being able to stall on these maps, and they are going to be able to get to the point. Even if Banshee does play a little bit too aggressive, almost falling down Hanjo. That falling down Hanjo. Maybe should have watched your placement at least like a tad bit, as we now go on to, I think, one of the finer points on this map. It's a harder choke to push, and if you get held here, it can really be a big ditty and just a pain to sort of push through. Great CC, Ryan cut off from the rest of his teams, bringing in that sweet Orisa damage. we see this fight culminate into, I feel, sort of 2 stages right now, and just going back and talking about the teams, we do see Scar needs to try not to get killed as early as he did last time. They could have had hopes to at least have won the round by now, but it just didn't end up that way because Scar wasn't positioned correctly. God, it was caught out a little bit on the out position. Really weird play by Mei I just saw, where You saw the shield was up by Ryan. May comes up behind and deals a lot of damage. CCing out Widow, forcing her to go onto low ground, making herself, forcing her to play out of position if she even has the slightest hope. So now you have to watch out right now. Hanjo has Blade. They don't have it on, so they don't really have to worry about the Nano Blade. But Scar needs to watch out. Scar needs to hit those Qs that I saw he was hitting on Volskaya, not letting this man do any damage. And that's sort of what I want to see from Scar right now. And I want to see Hanjo able to outplay. If they did drive push, maybe where they popped a lot of ult, maybe grab, and they could pull out this. There we go. So maybe if they could pull out Scar's ult and wait and then pop Genji as soon as it ended, that could be a viable plan for them. But it seems like they're going to decide to pop Moira's ult, which is I see more as a you pop it to kill someone from long range, but I might just be wrong in the playstyle of that. We definitely see what's going to come as an extremely long fight here. Both teams are trying to pop it. There comes the grab, and we don't see Hanjo pop ult, so that's a great sign. Hanjo has the ability to get huge plays on this next fight. He's well, next to Bongos, but he's one of the only people with an ultimate right now. Hanjo's definitely looking to get some juicy candies out of his sweet, sweet pinata when he clicks Q, so look forward to that ult. Now, they only have 2 pushes left, depending on how far. If they push the cart very far, they might only get 1 push left. But this is all down to how these teams are going to play. They're waiting for everyone. They're waiting for Genji to get in position. Genji's coming in the back line. It's going to be huge. He's waiting. He's watching the enemy team. As he comes in, he's waiting. He comes waiting. There comes the dash. There comes the but the immortality field comes out. Utilizer takes him out 5 seconds flat. Go Van in the picks. And it's going to be over from there. No matter what you can do, it's going to be a tad bit too hard for you to take back. And that is going to be Virus winning this match.
Man, I wonder if whenever the Genji was sneaking up there, so it looked like the Genji thought that no one was looking. I wonder if they knew that he was there, but purposely not looking his direction to bait him to come in. But it seems like they just instantly were like, "Bam, dead. We knew you were coming. You're out."
Honestly, it's like that. You hear the Dragon Blade, you're like, I gotta click that immortality field. That was honestly all on Delta. If Delta hadn't and hit such a nutty immortality field in time, then it would have been so much harder to have done that push. It would have been so much harder to defend because that Genji would have done so much damage. He got the dash in, and then when he ulted, saw the immortality field come in, all of Genji's dreams he had right there, deleted. There was nothing that the enemy team could have done. They could have tried to focus down, that immortality field, but I just don't feel like it was going to happen. I think we are on. Yeah, that was it. I think
that was map 4. That was Kings Road. That's TG Virus pulling out the win with a 3-1 here. That was a exciting first game for TG Virus to come up. They're obviously a very competent team, and I look forward to seeing what else they can be, what else they'll do in the future. They have 4 more games left, I think, maybe 5. I think they have to go back a previous week to make up a game that was missed. So we should be seeing them more in the future for sure. They are definitely a fun team to watch.
Definitely, I had such an enjoyable time watching the skills. I think, what really caught my eye this game, and I'll end it off on this point. I don't know if you want to add anything else, Scar, but what really caught my Soldier. Well, what really caught my eye in this match was the skill and the team play that Scar and Delta had. Whenever there was an enemy ult, Scar or Delta would be there to deal with it, to negate it as best they can, and so few of Genji's and Hanzo's ult had any effect because of the skill of those 2 players.
Yeah, Scar was just nasty. Like, he shut down so much. What should have been so many wipes. I mean, it was absolutely insane. But anyways, that was you just got done watching TG Virus versus Banshee Green, Banshee eSports Green at that. Um, hopefully you guys will join us here in the future. We'll be casting hopefully as many games as possible. Let's see if we can pull up what schedule we got going on here for future games. If I was smart, I would get this information before I stream, but I have small brains, so let's see here. Today is the 24th. Which means 25th is the next game. Looks like, ooh, that'll be an exciting game if we can get some casters and some production going on. We've got Freaks and Beaks versus Ramen Renegade, both very good teams.
Ooh,
They'll
yeah,
be playing at 9 p.m.
like they usually do. If I'm not casting, I'll definitely be there to watch it.
Yeah, it seems like it's the only game for tomorrow, so that'll be super awesome. I'm excited. And let's look at their current scores. So the Freaks and Beaks have a current win percentage of 100%, and nearly almost as much with map wins as well. They're 11-1 for maps. And the Ramen Renegades, wow, they're not doing as good as I thought they were. I thought they were doing much better, but they are currently map wins 4 and map losses at 9. So we'll see what kind of game this is tomorrow. The stats make it seem like it's not going to be a very it's going to be a one-sided game, but Ramen Renegades is honestly a very good team. So I'd be surprised if it wasn't at least a close game between the two.
Ramen Renegade personally has my endorsement. I love watching all of their games, and their play style is extremely good. Sort of good. You know, I'm always confused when I'm watching the games and wondering what's going on. But I definitely love, like, they're an extremely good team, and I would in no doubt say that it's going to be an extremely good game tomorrow.
Yeah, and I would like to shout out my boy on the team as well, Twitchy Marine. He helps out here quite a bit. He's very invested in the community. He helps us plan the tournaments and come up with the rule sets, and throws ideas out to better the community overall and any events that it may be happening. So I just want to shout out and give a thank you to him, and we actually hopefully will be getting another staff member-ish person from the Freaks and Beaks. Beak actually casted for us last night with Bite Me, and they both did he did a very excellent job. This was apparently his first gig as an Overwatch caster, but he casted previously with collegiate level for pretty much anything. It seemed like he mentioned. So I'm excited to see if Beak will join our team as well. If anybody wants to work with us and help out with the community, or have suggestions or anything like that, we're 100% open to pretty much anybody and anything. I'll post the positions form here and announcements after the stream is over. You guys can go ahead and sign up if you want as either like a play-by caster or a color caster. Or we have event coordination people, and we'll have probably a tournament admin position coming up here at some point in the future to really make sure all the matches are played correctly, as the hope. So once again, at the end of this, go ahead and check out announcements. You'll be able to go in the position form. If you guys have any suggestions of things that we could be doing better, or any ideas that you want to throw out there, you guys can go ahead and check out our idea submission channel in Discord. It just uses a bot command where you submit an idea, and people can go out there and vote on the idea if they like it or not. And if it's hugely popular, we'll most certainly look into implementing it. If it's kind of not, kind of like a lot of people will end up memeing if it's not doable, or if it's just not a good idea, we'll probably deny it. But we love when people submit their ideas. Go ahead and go to that channel and give us your ideas, and we'll see about implementing them for you. Anyways, this has been a Revolution Overwatch, Revolution eSports cast. I want to thank both teams for coming out here tonight, and becoming one of my favorite people, Mr. Bite Me, for casting for us. Literally, he joined us mid-match, so it wasn't even last second. It was like negative 3 minutes he joined us. So thank you for doing this for us, man.
No problem. I absolutely love casting this game, and I absolutely love this organization.
If you want to follow him, you can. He has his Twitter. It's Bite May. It's he's a May main, which don't hold that against him. So it's BYTEMEI is his Twitter handle. So go ahead and give him a follow, and give him a hard time on Twitter.
DM me on Twitter, and we'll 1v1 in Overwatch.
Yeah, there you go. He'll play you May versus May. So who's the better May?
Maybe May Ultimate May. I won't promise that I'm not gonna DDoS you in the middle if I'm losing. No promises though.
Anyways, everybody have yourself a good night, and we'll see hopefully all of you tomorrow for the Freaks and Beaks game versus Ramen Renegades. So, night everybody.